This weekend, the energy is about getting things done. So what are you getting done this weekend? Stick around. It's the freaking weekend. Let's get ready to tarot. Welcome everybody to the freaking weekend. It is Jeff here at Raise Your Vibration TV. And when you see that singing bowl in the middle of the screen, you know it's time for what? That's right. Say it with me. It's over in the corner. The freaking weekend. We made it. We got another weekend. You know what? And it's looking kind of fair. I think the cold weather here in Western New York has finally left. I don't want to say that too loud, but there, I said it. You know what I mean? But welcome everybody to the freaking weekend tarot reading. And if you're new to the channel, welcome. You have not stumbled upon this by accident. You came here for the right reason, and that's to get the vibe for your sign for this weekend. How's it going to go? Because you know what? The weekend's what matters most to us. You know what I mean? Unfortunately, that's the way it is. Every day should matter for you, of course, and it should always feel like the weekend. But we got things to do and life happens. But we always plan for the weekend. So this reading, I'd like to keep fun. We're not going to get too much clarification. We're just going to throw a vibe check out there for your sign. So what we do is we pick out your sign in the singing bowl here and get you the vibe for this weekend. And it helps. It helps guide you. It kind of gives you the feel of, well, what do I do? You know, it kind of gives you a lot of clarification too. Say like, you know what? I just really just want to stay home this weekend. And you got like invites to go here and there. And then you watch your reading and you're like, all right, well, the vibe says I should probably just do some self-care. Nothing wrong with that. You know, it plays out in those kind of scenarios. And of course, we always have that wonderful thing happen of you can't make that shit up. Okay. So we're carrying over the theme from the midweek reset. Make sure you check that out Wednesdays at 10 a.m. And the theme is letting things go. Now, I know, I say it a lot. But at this time, in this present moment, the energy that is available to us is most advantageous if we release what no longer serves us. We cannot move forward until we let some shit go. And folks, you know you got shit to let go. You know you do. And if things aren't manifesting for you the way that you desire them, the way that you see them, it's because of your beliefs. It's not the world out there. And you can make a lot of change this weekend by simply moving on with that premise. I'm going to let this shit go. I know I can do this. I know I deserve the job. I know I deserve this. I know I deserve that. You know what I mean? We desire things in our life in order to feel fulfilled. And mostly our beliefs are keeping us from being fulfilled. So let's let go of some beliefs. So again, we're going to pull out your sign from the singing bowl. Who's going to be first? Thank you so much for being here. And it's Aries. Aries, welcome. First of the zodiac, first on the freaking weekend this week. But welcome, Aries. Let's put you on the board. Boom. Let's do it. Thank you so much for being here. And yeah, Aries, lots going on. Thursday, the day I'm recording this, your ruler, Mars, has moved into your sign. So this is really motivating energy for you this weekend. But with so much energy going on in your sign at the moment, is it going to lead us to burnout? You know what I mean? So let's get the vibe for that and see what we have to let go. Again, make sure you check out the midweek reset. That's where everything is established and gives you the patterns for the week. Okay? The astrology, the energy, the guidance, all of that. So Aries, let's do this. Let's get the vibe for you this weekend. And we try to keep it light. We try to keep it fun. But sometimes the message has just got to be told the way it lays out, you know? So, okay. All right, so you may be going into this weekend feeling a little indecisive. You know what I mean? Maybe just a little bit indecisive. It's okay. We're maybe out of balance because of all this energy. I see that with the Two of Pentacles. Maybe you're just trying to balance your budget. You know what I'm saying? But let's not focus on the imbalance. The King of Swords, again, now this is a good way of handling this. The King of Swords, this energy is present for you to look at the past and let things go. Maybe the imbalance is because of something from the past, whatever that could be. But the King of Swords is like, I'm looking at the long game and it's not going to serve me for the long game. The Three of Cups, though, shows celebrating. Okay? So after much imbalance this week for you, Aries, it's a time to get out there, maybe go out with some friends, something like that. I think maybe just the alone time. Maybe you're too much in your head. So let's get some oracles for it. Again, we're just getting a vibe check. But I really love the Three of Cups. That says, you know what? Celebrate. Celebrate your victories, small or large. You know what I mean? Big or small. Absolutely. Okay, so Aries, do not turn your back on an opportunity here. Open up to it with the Four of Pentacles. Absolutely. Okay? Take the lead. Don't focus on the imbalance. Take the lead. Like the King of Swords says, take the lead. Okay? And believe and succeed. Yeah, with the Six of Wands. This is good energy. This is really good energy. After much trouble, it all depends on if you're going to take your power back over the situation, whatever that situation may be. All right, so let's get the vibe on love. A little bit of some, you know? Okay, so again, don't turn your back on an opportunity here because your thoughts may betray you. Maybe other people are kind of persuading you out of this energy. Whatever it is, you got to let it go. The Emperor enforces taking the lead. The King of Swords, the Emperor, the taking the lead. Yeah, taking your power back this weekend. And the Four of Wands, this is celebration. Again, harmony. So we're coming out of a state of disharmony into harmony. So don't turn your back on an opportunity to take the lead in whatever this is this weekend. Fucking great energy, man. That's great energy. All right? Let's elaborate on that. Interesting. We've got depth. Okay? Awareness, importance, and value. So again, that's how you empower yourself, by knowing that you have value and you deserve so much better. And open heart. So there's a big thing about opening up. Open heart, being receptive, having empathy and feeling and being vulnerable. That actually gives you depth. You know what I'm saying? So let's go ahead and get, what's the vibe? Okay, let's see. So thank you so much for checking this out, Aries. This looks very empowering and pays off. Out of being, you know, kind of out of balance and getting into balance. I like it. All right, there we go. Yeah, consequences. Bad choices, games, and mixed signals. That's something that we don't want to be in. That's something that we don't want to turn our back on an opportunity here, is that, you know, are we making bad choices? Why do we have to suffer for other people's bad choices? You know what I'm saying? So there's consequences to that. Just remember that, okay? All right, Aries, that is gonna... Whoa, what are you doing, Jeff? We got our closing message from the Rebel deck, of course. That's that Aries energy, you know? You're finishing it before you're even done. Or moving on to the next thing before you're even done. Yeah, that's more like it. But there may be some, you know, dealing with some consequences, but I'm telling you, don't turn your back on an opportunity to kind of empower yourself from it. I think that's a really important thing for you to do. And don't let self-deception get to you. Don't let those voices in your head. Speak up, Aries, all right? So let's do this. Come on. Oh, there it is. Okay. All right. Okay. All right. Closing message is you need a good fucking cry. Maybe this is the opportunity you got. Get this out because it could fester as disease and you don't want that. Get the ugly cry on. Let that shit go. Your soul will thank you. So maybe this all that is needed to empower yourself here is some kind of emotional release. All right, Aries? So, wow. Thank you so much for watching. That is going to do it for your freaking weekend. Please like, share, comment, and subscribe. Make sure you check out the midweek reset where we go over everything for you for the week, okay? All right, Aries, listen, take the lead. It's your time. And happy birthday, too. You know, shit. Forgot about that. So celebrate you, Aries. It's all about you. Because pretty soon, it's going to be Taurus season. All right, so Aries, let's take you off the board. Thank you so much for watching, and let's see who's next, and it's Aquarius. Welcome, Aquarius, to your freaking weekend. Let's put you on the board and welcome you. I hope you're having a beautiful week so far. Again, check out the midweek reset where you can get the vibe and the astrology and all the stuff we go over, where we keep it light on the freaking weekend, you know? We keep it light. Let's keep it light, Aries. I mean, Aquarius, we just did Aries. All right, what do we got here? Okay, interesting. Now, Aquarius, yours is kind of like Aries, and you saw me shuffle those fucking cards. But for your setup and your vibe, it's the Five of Swords, no worrying. Worrying is putting you out of balance. You need to take control of this with the King of Swords. The Two of Pentacles shows an imbalance because of the worrying. And you need to move forward. How? Just be your sunny self. This is a very positive outcome, so be positive about it. No, worry will keep things to worry about, so you don't want to do that this weekend. Empower yourself and get out and get some sun if you can. Absolutely. Get some sun while you can. Get outside and ground. That energy needs to be grounded. No more worrying. You know, King of Swords also gets things done too. So maybe there's some communication that needs to, you know, it's just being positive. It's you being positive with yourself. Okay? So let's see. Ooh. Okay. There we go. All right, you got the Seven of Cups with daydreams and decisions. Yeah, so maybe that's what it is. You're confused about where to go, what to do. You got to make some choices. Make the right choice for you. And moving on with the Eight of Cups. So yeah, just move on from it. Maybe some of you just need to do that. You're going to be a lot happier when you do make this decision. So just so you know, okay, Aquarius, let's get the love vibe for this weekend. What do we need to know? Well, the King of Wands, the Knight of Wands is here, but the Four of Pentacles is here, holding back. Again, this is showing a lot of things that's making you imbalanced. The worry, the indecision, and the holding back. Okay? No more of that. The Knight of Wands is take action to move forward. The Wheel of Fortune says it's time. So yeah, luck is on your side this weekend, I would say. But stop, get out of this worrying. That's what you need to release for this weekend. And it pays off. It starts the week off really good. All right, so let's get some more that goes along with this weekend. Maybe meeting somebody by chance. Maybe you're worried about that. Maybe you made some plans and, you know, now you're second guessing it. No, I highly advise to go through them. Possibilities, yeah. Free-spirited adventure, taking some risks. Okay. Let's get what's the vibe. So I like this, Aquarius. I like this a lot. All right, so running, escape, denial, excuses. Yeah, you may be making some of that. Again, that's keeping you in this confused energy. This weekend could bring a epiphany for you with some self-reflection. You could get the answered questions that you need and untapped talents even, you know what I mean? So pay attention to that, all right? Let's get closing message for you from the Rebel deck. All right. Get the fuck outside. Move your ass. Best advice for this weekend. Definitely. Your body is pissed at you. Yeah. Get outside. Maybe doing some running. Stop running from it. Stop denying yourself. Stop making excuses. Because the Wheel of Fortune and the Sun says it's time to get out there and shine. Really, Aquarius, that is fucking brilliant. That is beautiful. Thank you so much for watching. That is going to do it for your freaking weekend. I told you, it's nice and quick. Nice and quick. If you really want the full vibe, you want to go check out the midweek reset that I post on Wednesdays. And that gives you the vibe all the way till Tuesday. So again, more insight for your viewing pleasure. And yeah, Aquarius, thank you so much for watching. We're going to take you off the board and see who's next. And it's Sagittarius. You tried to jump out earlier. I see you. I see you. Okay, so let's put you on the board. Boom. And let's begin. Let's get your cards warmed up. First of all, of course, and get this rolling. Okay. Thanks so much for being here, Sag. Let's get the vibe for you. This weekend, do I keep these? No. Okay. I keep those. Interesting how that all plays out. All right. All right. Let's see. Yep. Yeah. Yeah, we got some nurturing energy this weekend. Okay, very good. So what's going on for you right now, Sagittarius, is a need to get out of your stuck mentality, especially when it comes to negative thoughts in your head. With the Hangman and the Ten of Swords, it definitely shows that here. Okay? So they're showing you how to do it with the two queens here. The Queen of Cups, go with the flow, trust your intuition. The Queen of Pentacles, know that you are safe, protected, and guided. Okay? This weekend, that's what you do. You go with the flow and feet on the ground, practical approach. Maybe get some grounding done. The outcome is the Seven of Pentacles and the Three of Wands. Nurture the things that mean the most to you, and things will align. Things are coming into view for you when you just stop fighting with it. Okay? So don't fight the flow this weekend. Go with it. Let's get some oracles. Interesting. Make sure you check out your midweek reset if you haven't already, and that gives you the vibe for the whole week and much more insight, of course, because we just get a nice, lovely vibe check. All right, so this weekend, again, it's a choice, win or lose. What's it going to be? Okay? Trust. Yeah, there's a big message of just going with the flow and trusting. And the Six of, no, it's the Lover's card. It's number 6, though. Interesting. So, are you opening up to love? Are you opening up to forgiveness? Are you just trusting the flow instead of trying to worry about things? There's a form of insecurity here, you know. Let's look at relationships. Perfect time to do it. Bottom of the deck, look, the Lovers. So maybe there's a focus on relationships for some of you. Maybe some single Sagittariuses are really kind of opening themselves up to love. Aries has moved into, the Mars has moved into Aries. So the vibe there is pretty volatile. All right, so we got some emotional stuff going on here too. The Five of Cups in the past, definitely in the past. And we're kind of stuck there. And the Nine of Cups is opening up to it. Wish fulfillment. Yeah, a lot of you are manifesting a partner if you haven't already. You just have to go with the flow and trust where it's bringing you. That's the big thing. Okay? Interesting. Let's get some more details on that, shall we? Let's see. What do we have? What do we have? Okay. I like this. Yeah, there's a big message about nourishing yourself, self-growth, self-focused, soul-finding. We've got the Seven of Pentacles here saying the same thing, you know? Nourish yourself, your relationships, all of that. And beauty. Charming, graceful, kind-hearted. Show that beautiful side of yourself, Sag, okay? Wow. I like that. It's feel-good energy. It's definitely growth. Let's get what's the vibe. Yeah, look at that. Okay, so maybe this weekend is just about taking care of yourself, healing, self-care, introspection, and meditation. However it works for you. I like that. That's a pretty nice, mellow weekend. However, we got to get out of that stuck mentality. That's what the universe is asking you to let go of, your higher self. Okay? So let's get a closing message for you, Sag. And see. Okay. Really important for a Sag to understand this. Believe what you see. Believe what you see. Face reality or live in fucking la la land. Choose bravely. The win or lose attitude. And I just coughed, and it's not because I got TB, it's because usually during a reading, because I don't cough normally, I don't smoke, so that tells me that you've got something to say. So maybe it's saying it to the universe, it's saying it to yourself, it's saying it to somebody else. Okay, Sag? So be aware of that for this weekend. All right? So beautiful. That's going to do it for your weekend. Please like, share, comment, and subscribe. That wasn't bad. This is a very, I'm taking some time for myself. And there's nothing wrong with that. Or maybe you're just putting in the time to your relationships. You finally get that. Because you're probably running around ragged, but take care of yourself, all right? Okay. Sag, we're going to take you off the board. Thank you so much for watching, and let's see who's next. And it's Scorpio. Welcome, Scorpio, to your freaking weekend. We got you on the board. You know what? I just want to move that because I think the bowl should go right in the middle there. Yeah. There. Much better. Maybe make it a little more centered. All right. Yeah, just wanted to take care of that. I'll put that up there. Yeah, I'll keep that up there. All right, so Scorpio, welcome. Hey. Welcome. I hit the wrong button. Let's do your freaking weekend. Brought to you by YouTube. All right. And the many ads that play over these fucking videos. Isn't it crazy? Jesus. But hey, that's what pays the bills, so thanks. Let's do it, guys. Hit that like, hit that subscribe. You know what to do. Leave a comment, even an emoji. It helps the algorithm. It helps grow the channel. Let's push this out to millions, all right? Let's do that. And it all is indicative on you. Okay, Scorpio, let's get the vibe this weekend. Ooh, okay. I like that. I like what I'm seeing so far. Okay. No more holding back. Have faith. Four of Pentacles, the Hero fan. All right? In fact, double down on that. Tell the universe what you want. Open up to it. We've got change this weekend. Big change. You got to nurture that. You got to invite change. Don't hold back. Invite change into your life. It's good. Start making plans. You could be making some traveling plans. You could be actually traveling this weekend. And it's all good with the Six of Wands, victory and success. Have faith. Trust the universe. Make the changes necessary. Don't you hold back this weekend, Scorpio. Big message, okay? Let's get your oracles. Wow. You've got to embrace change. I know change is scary. I know you want to keep things the same, or you just want to be in control of it, but you can't. Rest and reconsider with the Nine of Wands. Let down your walls. Again, don't hold back. Just be patient. You'll find the balance when it's time. When you're ready to make the change is when it actually starts to kick in. So you got to be aware of that. All right? Let's look at love. Let's take a gander at love. We're going to shuffle these up. And see, what do we have? Yep, that wants to come out. Okay, so the Magician is showing you create your reality. Look at that. And then we've got the Knight of Wands, again, taking action, making change, and it's time. So luck is on your side. The Wheel of Fortune, the Star, the Hierophant, they're all out here making an appearance, saying, what are you doing? It's time. Nurture your relationships. Move towards change. Be more positive. You gotta be more positive. All right? You know, Scorpio, you can sit in the dark a lot and be a negative Nancy, and people will laugh uncomfortably. You know what I'm saying? So just be aware of that. Jeff, you got to shuffle these cards. Okay, there we go. Now it feels right. Now it feels right. And the time is right for you also, Scorpio, this weekend. It's about making changes. You can make good progress this weekend. But you could be sitting in this. And this is confusion, uncertain, unclear, and unsure. That's what's holding you back, and you've just got to trust the journey. You've got to have faith in this, Scorpio. That's what it's all about. That's what it's all about. Let's get, what's the vibe? No more confusion. It's time to step out of it. You know, I'm going to be honest. I just think you're making excuses, if you ask me. Okay? Come here. Where'd you go? Come here, you. Lost a card. Ooh. Good stretch, though. Ooh. Very good. Okay. Very nice. This could be it, too. Being paranoid, cautious, insecure, and guarded. Again, no more holding back. That's what's got all this good energy at bay. What you need to do is recharge. Breathe, let go, and clear your mind. It's so important. All right, let's get a closing message for you, Scorpio. This is good energy. Just get out of this. You have to make a move here. So let's get a closing message from the Rebel deck. You know how it does. Stop talking. Maybe that's what you got to do. Shut your mouth and listen. Okay? Maybe you got to listen. Listen to the universe. What's it telling you? Listen to your guides. What's it telling you? What is the universe kind of putting in your path? Listen. Listen. See and listen. Keep your mouth shut. Okay? All right. Scorpio, that is going to do it for your freaking weekend. Please like, share, comment, and subscribe. Don't forget, watch your weekly tarot reading. This was actually a really good weekend for you. I love all the wands, the changing the routine up. That's good for you, Scorpio, all right? So check out your midweek reset. Book a reading with me. You know how we do. In person or online, I got you covered. All right, Scorpio, let's take you off the board. Thank you so much for watching, and let's see who's next. Moving right along. And it's Taurus, another fixed sign. Interesting. Let's put you on the board. Taurus, pretty soon, it's going to be your time to shine. So, welcome. Thanks for being here. So, let go of some shit before your season so you can truly step into who you really are. You know what I mean? So, let's get the vibe for this weekend. Boom. There it is. All right, clear instructions in two phases. Number one, the Two of Swords has got you confused, indecisive. The Ace of Swords is saying, you got to look at this differently, okay? Maybe some communication is coming in for you this weekend that helps alleviate the confusion. Yeah, definitely. Big time. Maybe you're waiting on communication. The Four of Cups is do not hold back on an opportunity here. The High Priestess says go with the flow, trust your intuition. Okay? Interesting. Maybe don't turn your back on looking at it differently, that maybe it's not logic that's going to help solve this problem. It's intuition. All right. Yeah, that's a good one. That's a good one. Okay. Let's go ahead and get some oracles for you. Yes. Very good. So far, so good. Nice advice. Only one? Yeah. Third eye. Yeah, again, it's not thinking, it's your mind's eye. Okay, I like that. I like that. We're sticking to that theme of going within. And you can see that third eye. So your intuition has the answers for this. Let's see what's going on with relationships and love. The love boat. Soon we'll be making another run. All right, hey, listen, have faith. Everything's going to work out exactly as it should because everything works out in your favor. Queen of Pentacles is your energy. Nurture yourself. Feet on the ground. Grounded. I got this. I'm safe. Ace of Pentacles brings in an opportunity here. So, again, trust the vision. See it in your mind. Hold it in your hand. That's exactly how this is going to go. Okay? So let's add on to this. Yeah, this could be another part of it too, is obsession, infatuation, adoration, and addiction. Again, you know, you could be obsessed with outcomes, something like that. Let's get what's the vibe. Let's see what's going on there. Yeah, just kind of go with the flow. Stop obsessing. That's the big one. Yeah. Again, stuck energy. Stuck, no options, unforgiveness, whatever it is. Let it go. Let it go. That's a big message there, guys. Wow. But something about trusting your gut. All right, closing message. Boom. Quick. Put the fucking phone down this weekend. Yes. Why? Too much screen time is making you awkward and sad. Go talk to a live person. Yeah. You're trapped. You're obsessing. You're doom scrolling. No doom scrolling this weekend. All right, Taurus? Big time. All right, that is going to do it for your freaking weekend. Again, nice and quick. No bullshit here, you know? Just boom. You're doom scrolling. There's an opportunity here if you open up to it. You can't do that if you're looking down at your phone. Instead, go within and see the vision that you have for this. All right, Taurus, I love you all. Thank you so much for watching. And let's see who's next. And it's Capricorn. Capricorn, welcome to your freaking weekend. Let's get your vibe for this weekend. Hope you've had a great week. Hope things are going well. And hope that you are doing well, of course. So let's see. There's a little resistance here with the cards, but again, let's see. Is that it? Yes. Okay, I actually like this energy. I like this energy a lot. Wow. Okay. Capricorn, very, 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 very subtly, and maybe not too subtle, is that you have to walk away from what no longer serves you. Things that don't empower you, you have to empower yourself. Things that take away your strength, you have to do that. You have to walk away from things that make you look foolish. You know, unnecessary risks, not looking before you leap. These are the three things you need to work on. Walking away from things that take away your power. Walking away from things that make you feel less than and weak. And walking away from things that actually make you look like an idiot. Make you look foolish. Because you allow these things. You see what I'm saying? And it's time to do something different. It's time to go with the flow. It's time to know the risks you're taking. And if they're not worthy of taking, don't take them. Okay? Interesting. Very interesting. Okay, so we have 2 8s here on the board already. Let's see. Let's get some oracles. Let's see what they got. Ooh. Let's see what they got to say. Yeah. Rest and reconsider. With the Nine of Wands, resilience. We understand everything in due time. But in the meantime, start making plans this weekend. Again, you're being asked to do something, and it's letting things go. It's really looking at these things and going, what's putting me out of balance? What's making this impatient? What is making this almost unbearable to deal with? Let's look at let's look at relationships and love and all of that. Okay. Where'd that card go? Oh my God, it flew all the way and bounced back in the table? Okay. That's a first. All right, what do we have? All right, so, you need to focus on balancing out, reciprocating energy. Again, let go of anything that doesn't reciprocate. Queen of Swords to the King of Pentacles. Yeah, we need to speak our truth. We need to feel secure. Maybe your security has been shaken. You need to set that right. And it's letting go of things that take your power away, your strength, and again, bad choices. Page of Swords is a way of looking at things, a message coming in, maybe something that maybe you have been waiting for. Interesting. A new way of looking at things, messages, definitely. Maybe you're getting a message about a new love or something like that. Okay. Yeah, and this is part of it, past life, deja vu. Maybe some of you are experiencing deja vu. Repeated patterns and karmic lessons. Again, that goes with the Fool. Is that what's making you foolish? You keep repeating these patterns, these karmic lessons, and you're not paying attention to them, which makes you look foolish. Rejection, abandoned, dismissed, and irrational fear. Again, it could be fueling all of this funk-ass energy. You have to let go. And that's all that you got to do, is just let that kind of shit go. Okay? Let's look at what's the vibe. Let's see what's going on there. Let's see. I feel like there's one more in there. Yeah. Okay, first we got masculine energy, authority, discipline, father figure. So again, we've got Mars moving into Aries in its sign. I mean, that could be that right there. So a lot of that energy may be dealing with overbearing males, something like that, and thrills. Continuous cycles, bad decisions, and addictions. All right, you see, that's what this whole thing is that it's just a bunch of bad decisions, and you got to stop making those. I mean, it is abundantly clear here. Abundantly clear. All right, let's get a closing message for you. Maybe you need your own reading, get a hold of me. Let's see what's going on. Okay? Let's see what the hell is going on. So again, there's a caution here. Let go of making bad decisions, staying in these repeated cycles. Shit. Okay, closing message for you, Capricorn, is believe what you see. Face reality or live in fucking la la land and choose bravely. Telling you, there's so much here about bad decisions, bad cycles, karmic patterns that you're playing out because of bad decisions, all of that. Continuous cycle, repeated patterns, blah, 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 blah. And it takes away your power. It takes away your strength. And it ruins your energy and for everybody involved, and for anybody that's coming into your life. Again, choose bravely. Wow. Believe what you see. All right, Capricorn, that is going to do it for your freaking weekend. Please like, share, comment, and subscribe. Don't forget to watch your midweek reset. That has everything for you. All right, listen, don't be foolish here. The message is very clear. The choices and decisions you make greatly affect your energy and how you manifest things in your life. And as of late, you need to revamp that, okay? So Capricorn, many blessings to you. Let's go ahead and see who is next. Okay, who is next on the freaking weekend? And it is, whoa, hey, whoa, you gotta get a hold of it there, Pisces. Welcome, Pisces, to your freaking weekend. Let's put you on the board. There you are. Thank you so much for being here. Let's get the vibe for you this weekend. So, Pisces, the theme is, what are we letting go that is holding us back from moving forward in something that we want to do? You know, the motivation energy that's coming for us this weekend. I mean, this available to us this week, you know, that kind of thing. So be aware of that there is some things, maybe beliefs or something like that, emotional issues that need to release that no longer serve us. Is that it? Yeah. Okay, so after some inner guidance going within with the Hermit, okay, maybe we just need to do that this weekend, is kind of chill. We get that action. There's a lot of action here. So this weekend could be mired with a little bit of, not mired, I would say a half and half of using your inner guidance to make the next move here. But you've got to light that fire within, and then it's time for movement. 8 of Wands is movement, big time. Okay? So you could be doing a lot of shucking and jiving this weekend, and that's okay. The energy says go for it, but prioritize it. You know, it's almost like your inner guidance is important to use at this time. Okay? So let's get some oracles with it. Yeah. Maybe letting go of these challenging times, maybe letting them go. Listen to your intuition. Again, inner wisdom. And just breathe. Yeah, just get through it and go through it. You know, it also taking some time to relax from the challenging times and just listening to your inner voice and really motivating yourself too. You know, getting yourself prepared, not focusing on the challenges, but letting the challenges kind of boost you up. All right, so let's get relationships and love and all of that stuff. Well, we got the Lovers card, so maybe, yeah, ooh, okay, so an offer could be coming in with the Knight of Pentacles, very good. Queen of Wands is embracing change, having fun, making it fun, and the Lovers card, hell yeah. This is good energy. I like that. I like that. A breath of fresh air. Yeah, changing it up. You know, what needs to be changed? Maybe not focusing on everything's a challenge all the time. Yeah. So this is what we need to release, is the emotional storm that's going on, the turmoil, the unstableness, and it's how it's affected you. You know what I mean? Release that. That's exactly, okay, so we all have challenging times, okay? But I think you put more focus on it, it affects you more, and therefore it stays around a lot longer than it should. So that's a clear indication of what to let go of. Let's look at what's the vibe. Okay. We've got distance. Divorce, ghosted, separation. A lot of you could be feeling that again, that emotional storm. Is that still lingering? End burn bridges, lack of trust, disloyal, turn back on. Again, that Knight of Pentacles can mean also an apology for some of you, could be experiencing that. But, you know, letting go of the challenging times and just breathing through all of this instead of letting it affect you. I think that's the message, is don't sweat the small stuff, okay? Let's get a closing message for you, Pisces. Damn. And see what we got. Which one? The one in the middle. Okay. All right, closing message, Pisces, is it's not focus. It's not everyone else's fault. It's yours. You're a grown-ass adult. Stop blaming others for your shit. Okay, all right. So maybe that's the whole problem here. We're still holding on to these challenging times because we believe it's somebody else's fault, when it's actually ours because we're holding on to it. and we're not processing it. So again, it's very clear here. All right. I know that's kind of harsh, but that's how it goes. All right, Pisces, thank you so much for watching your freaking weekend. I think it's you just let things affect you more, and you don't need to. Still have fun. Still be excited about life. It's not always, I'm telling you, you got to get that inner spark going. Get some things done. Get out and move. All right, Pisces? All right, I love you all. Thank you so much for watching. Let's take you off the board and see who's next, and it's Gemini. Welcome, Gemini. Boom, to your freaking weekend. Let's get you started. Let's get, whoa, Jesus, come on, man. These cards are just flying out. Ugh. Okay. What's we got? What do we have here? Okay, let's see. All right, Gemini, let's get the vibe. Is that it? Yes. Wow, these cards are, I don't know, Gemini, I kind of feel like you're all over the place with this energy. Okay. But there's a very clear message here. All right. You're not stuck. You need to release all this baggage. If you're feeling stuck, it's the baggage that you're carrying. Okay. Slow and steady wins the race this weekend, so let's not rush into anything. And the Queen of Pentacles is definitely nurturing that safety, security, and letting go of things that make you feel insecure or not safe. You know what I'm saying? But you're kind of stuck in this energy, and it needs to kind of alleviate itself, I guess you could say. Okay, so let's see. Yeah. Release your darkest fears. Again, very clear message for this weekend for you. Very clear. Okay. And open your heart to love. Wow. Okay. So, I like that. I really like that. I think you need to release your darkest fears. Maybe you need to open up to love. And maybe that makes you feel unsafe to do that. But the Lovers here is definitely, maybe it's just one of those weeks where it's just been rough for you, Gemini, and now it's time to kind of just enjoy each other, open up to a relationship if you're not in one. Let's see. We're looking at relationships and love and all of that stuff now. So, okay. Yeah. Heartbreak and uncertainty. That could be one of the fears here, or all of them. Don't feed the fears. Queen of Pentacles is out again. Nurture that part of you that makes you feel safe, secure. I got this. I got this. Okay? Now, let's reinforce this message. Little bit of resistance here. You might be resistant to letting this shit go. So let's see, Gemini. Let's see what's going on here. Yeah. Use your intuition, heart song, telepathy, and inner knowing. So you got an inner knowing about something here. I say open your heart. I say let down your walls of protection and just enjoy each other and things. Let's get what's the vibe. Boom. What the hell? All right. Okay. So again, maybe for some of you, this is the message you need to hear. Double life, cheater, backstabber. Trust your intuition and inner knowing about something here. But for some of you, it could be releasing that darkest fear that's got you stuck. So some of you Geminis are way too much in your fucking head. You got to release that. Oh, because it's going good, something's got to be wrong. That kind of energy. Okay. Wow. But on the other hand, this looks like really good lover energy. So I don't know what the fuck's going on here. All right. Closing message is this. Get some fucking sleep. Maybe that's what you need, you know? Release all that. You're being an ass because you're fucking tired. So face to pillow now. Yeah. Maybe it all just comes down to getting some rest, you know? All right. Gemini. It looks like a good weekend for love, though, I'm telling you. So stop the in that head of yours and open up. Feel safe. You deserve it. You know what I mean? Let go of your irrational fears. Yeah, that's what I think it is irrational fears. All right, Gemini, listen, have a great weekend. Thank you so much for watching. Let's take you off the board and see who's next. And it's Cancer. Welcome, Cancer, to your freaking weekend. Welcome to the freaking weekend. All right, Cancer, let's see what is up for you. What's the vibe? Welcome so much. Thank you for all your likes, shares, comments, and subscribes. Oh, shit. Let's see. Boom, boom, boom. Oh, whoa. Doing a little backside shuffle there. Are you going to be doing the backside shuffle this weekend? One can only find out. So let's do that, shall we? Let's see what you got going on here. Oh, boy. Okay, well, you're holding back from a decision you need to make. Don't be foolish, as the Fool card says here. Open up to an opportunity. Trust the universe is bringing it to you. And the Two of Cups has to do with relationships, that kind of thing. But it seems like right now, as of late, Cancer, you seem to be holding off on something. The Four of Pentacles always says holding back. The Seven of Cups always says make a choice because you're being a fucking bitch about it. The Fool is saying don't be foolish. You got to make a choice. Open up. Knight of Cups, action taking place here, an offer. The universe has your back on this. It could be, a chance meeting. And the Two of Cups is things coming into alignment when you make a choice and no longer hold back. That's that. All right? Maybe you've been holding back for quite some time, and now it's time to do this, okay? So let's get some oracles and see what's going on here. Yeah, again, the Seven of Cups showing that there's much confusion here. How can you alleviate the confusion? Do what's best for you. Nurture yourself. If it doesn't serve you in that way, don't choose it, okay? That's probably the best advice you can get this weekend. So let's go ahead and yeah, let's look at love. I see the Three of Cups. I like that energy. I see the Nine of Cups. I like that even better. Yeah, all right, so the Six of Swords is showing that you're coming out of this stormy. Again, it's a choice here. You got to make a choice. The King of Pentacles kind of goes along with that whole nurturing thing, and that's about your safety and security. Don't worry about it. It's fine. Knight of Pentacles, apology. Again, I've been talking about apology energy with you guys for a while. The Three of Cups and the Nine of Cups is celebrating wish fulfillment, especially when it comes to relationships. So maybe there's some let bygones be bygones kind of energy here. Something of that nature for you. Let's reinforce that with some more oracles and messages, I would say. What else do we have for Cancer? So this is interesting energy, but it's celebratory. It's good. It's very good. I like it. All right, we got two here. So we've got pain. So we understand this. Apprehensive, afraid, and cautious. So again, maybe you're wrestling with this decision and it's time to make it. However, there's cloudy judgment here. Okay? With illusions unbalanced and distorted. So whatever happened here is distorted in some way. And it can, I don't know, I just think it can be remedied. I don't think you got the clear picture. Something, I don't know. It just feels weird, but the main focus is fix it. Let it go. Apologize. Do something. You know what I mean? Because it all kind of, I don't know. It's as confusing as the reading says it is, okay? So let's get what's the vibe. But, I mean, it's not a bad outcome. So something happens here. Maybe it's just taking the steps to do it. You know, that fear of taking that first step. We have running, escape, denial, and making excuses. Maybe this has been happening for a long time and now it needs to happen. You know what I'm saying? It makes sense. And then we have got karma, third parties, haters, and lessons learned. The plot thickens. Maybe you just need to deal with whatever's going on here, okay? So let's go ahead and get a closing message for you, Cancer. So again, letting go of this indecision, holding back. You've been making excuses, denying yourself that. And again, the Two of Cups, the Three of Cups, and the Nine of Cups shows that this all is necessary and works out in some way, okay? So interesting. Let's get... Ooh. That was a good stretch. Let's get a closing message, and it is... You need a good fucking cry. Well, maybe this will help. You know, this could bring some clarity. Get the ugly cry on and let that shit go. Your soul will thank you. Okay. Very obvious what needs to go here. Something needs to be released, something said, released, whatever it is, and it'll pay off. All right? So, Cancer, that is going to do it for your freaking weekend. Please like, share, comment, and subscribe. Don't forget, watch your Midweek Reset Tarot reading available to you on Wednesdays. And that gives you the vibe for everything. I'm telling you, this is really good energy, but something on your part is holding you back. You're holding back what? Friendship, possible love, something. Make it work for you, Cancer, all right? Let's take you off the board. I love you all. Have a great weekend. Let's see who's next. And it's Libra. Welcome, Libra, to your freaking weekend. Let's put you on the board. Boom. Thank you so much for being here. Let's get the cards warmed up for you. Let's get them warmed up and see what we got for you. Okay, let's see. All right, Libra, let's do it. Very good. All right. Okay, so go with the flow this weekend. Trust your intuition. Get motivated. Do things. Make plans. Do something different. You know what I mean? There's something definitely here on the table that needs to, you know, just, I don't know, you just need to have some fun. I just need to center that. It's driving me crazy because I know it's uncentered. Okay, there it is. All right, lovely. Lovely. Now it's centered. So this is good motivated energy. Again, that Mars energy moving into Aries. A lot of energy in Aries right now, Libra. The opposite of your sign. So it could be balancing everything out for you, but make some plans. You could be traveling, getting motivated, but trust your intuition. Let go with the flow this weekend. That would be the best way to put this energy, is going with the flow. Hey, where did your sign go? Oh, there it is. Okay. I thought it flew away. Your little piece of paper, you know. Okay, let's see. We got some more oracles here. Let's see what we got. All right, so Blossom, letting things go, setting yourself free. That's the Judgment card. Setting yourself free from judgment. Again, putting the week behind you, definitely. Just breathing. I love that. And the heart chakra. Yeah, just feeling good. Maybe releasing some things that got you emotionally upset. Something of that nature, okay? Not a problem, but this is highly motivating energy. So I think you're just getting through it. Let's see about relationships or anything like that. Anything else? Yeah. Oh. Okay, so, yeah. Don't be tempted to focus on endings. What you need to do is, you know, like doom and gloom. because the Ten of Swords is getting rid of, it's an end to your negative thoughts tempting you, making you wishy-washy. You just have to have faith. You have to breathe through this, okay? So again, set yourself free from judgments from the past, how you judge yourself, and fucking judgments from others. Fuck what they think. You know what I'm saying? Let's reinforce that with some more messages. So as far as relationships, again, we're trying to find that balance, but I think it's negative thinking on your part that really screws things up. So we've got hoping. Yeah, this is exactly what you have to do. And this is expecting, faith, and manifesting. So a big message on keeping the faith, having hope, all of that, okay? Let's go ahead and get what's the vibe. Yeah, let's get what's the vibe. And see. All right. We've got harmony, balance, peace, and happiness. I'm telling you, this is a feel-good energy this weekend. But you got to keep the faith. You know what I mean? You have to. It's setting yourself free from negative self-talk. That's the key this weekend. All right? You've heard it here first. I'm telling you. Let's get a closing message, Gemini. I mean, Libra. Jesus. I don't know why I was thinking of Gemini for a minute there. Okay. So, closing message for you, my lovely Libras, is this. You do you this weekend. Stop trying to change people. That shit never works. Okay? There it is right there. You want more harmony in your life? Change you instead of trying to change everybody else, all right? Okay, so Libra, that is going to do it for your freaking weekend. Please like, share, comment, and subscribe. Don't forget to watch your Midweek Reset Tarot reading. And that's available on Wednesdays. That gives you more insight into what's going on for the week. Of course, we try to keep it fun, light, and non-confrontational on the weekends, but this looks like a good weekend to get motivated, feel excited, you know, bring some balance into your life, Libra. All right, thank you so much for watching, Libra. Let's take you off the board and see who is next. All right, who's next? And it's Virgo. Virgo, you are next on the freaking weekend. Thank you so much for being here. Let's put you on the board. There you go. And let's get your cards warmed up, the vibe ready for you. Welcome, Virgo. Hope you're having a great time. Hope you are navigating this spring energy. Could be a little much. I know you Virgos just probably got lists and lists of things you got to get done. What we can do now is release anything that stops us from getting that stuff done. Okay, so let's get the vibe for you this weekend. Again, we keep it light. Keep those three. Yes. Okay. All right. So clear, very clear here. The Five of Pentacles, fear of failure, being left out. Okay. The Knight of Swords is messages coming in, moving towards that, motivating yourself and changing the way that you look at it. Don't sit here in fear. Change the way that you're addressing this. This is causing you to move in a more mentally stable thought process for you. So let go of the fear and just get moving. Yeah, that's the message for this weekend. Okay? Yeah. And again, changing it up instead of sitting around. Let's get some oracles. Let's see how we can enforce that energy. Let's see. Ooh. Anything else? Nope. Wow, okay. But very clear here. Yeah. Opportunity beckons, so don't turn your back on an opportunity to speak your truth with the throat chakra card. Again, communication is important, and giving and receiving. Maybe asking for help. Maybe that's what you got to do. And you're just a little too proud to do that, just to ask for help. Maybe that's what you did. That'll probably remedy the whole situation for you right there, Virgo. Okay? So again, instead of suffering in silence, go ahead and get it. You got an opportunity here to speak here to get the help that you need in order to get the things done. Okay? Wow, that's interesting. Now, let's go ahead and check out the Relationship vibes. King of Pentacles, yeah. King of Pentacles is feeling safe, feeling secure in all that you do. The High Priestess, trusting your intuition. Again, your intuition's telling you something here. And Eight of Wands, this is movement. This is messages. Again, a lot could be going on here. Don't leave yourself out of it, okay? Very important for you. Interesting, especially when it comes to relationships. So maybe you're going to be hearing from somebody. Maybe you just intuitively know that somebody's making their way into you, like an intuitive flash. And then you're thinking about this person and all of a sudden they reach out to you. Something in that nature, okay? Keep an eye out for that. Yeah, and keep an open heart. Be receptive, have empathy, and be vulnerable. Yeah, so somebody may be opening their heart to you also. Open your heart to me, baby. I hold the lock and you hold the key. Let's get what's the vibe. Okay, all right. I really like this. Yeah, love affair. Hello, dirty little secret. Sex fix down low. Yeah. Oh, but then we have this: hopeless, lost, depression. Again, get out of this. You see, get out of this, or you're never gonna see that. You're never gonna get laid if you're in this right here. You gotta let that go. But there's offers coming in. Guarantee it. You heard it here first. All right, let's get a closing message for you. What looks like to be a sultry weekend if you just get out of your fucking head. You know? Okay. Closing message, Virgo, is some good shit is about to happen. You ain't kidding. But don't let your issues fuck it up. There it is right there. Ring that bell. Virgo, let's hope you understand the assignment now, okay? Interesting. Very, very interesting. All right. Listen, Virgo, that is going to do it for your freaking weekend. Please like, share, comment, and subscribe, of course. And yeah, don't forget, watch your midweek reset tarot reading. That gives you the vibe for the whole week, and we talk about so much more and go into depth, okay? So, Virgo, do something different. Change it up. Have a little fun. Get some, give some. Don't let your issues fuck it up. All right, Virgo, I love you all. Let's see. Last but not least, oh, this has been a while. Leo, last but not least on the freaking weekend, we saved the best for last. We saved the best for last, didn't we? Family, yes, we did. Okay? Oh, if you'd like a personal reading with me, go ahead. I just hit the wrong button. All right, Leo, thanks so much for being here this weekend. Let's get your vibe. You know what I'm about to say. Fellow kings and queens, let's do this. Let's see how the weekend's going to shape up for us. I've got tarot parties and classes, so let's see how this is going to go. Yeah, that one definitely wants to come out. The Five of Swords, worrying is a wasted emotion, so don't even bother doing that. What else do we have for Leo this weekend? Okay. Boom. Boom. Yeah. Very clear here, okay? Stop worrying, the Five of Swords. Win or lose. The moon, uncertainty. Uncertainty is the only certainty there is. You can get out of this, the Knight of Swords, by communicating, by getting out of this, making the moves to get out of this, messages coming in. Queen of Wands, embrace change, do something different. You know what I mean? Do something different. Really, do something different. Handle the way you, how can I put this? Find an alternative way of handling this that puts you in that funk. You know what I mean? Just embrace change. The Queen of Wands wants to have fun, you know? Bring the joy back in, and I think that's what you need to do. Okay? All right. So, Yeah, there's a big message about this here too. Yeah. The only thing you are in control of, this is the strength card, that's you, Leo, that's us, is taking the lead and leading. That's what we do. Reach for that light. Again, reaching for that light. The light's in her hands. You see what I'm saying? Don't let anyone steal your light. Take the lead. No. Yeah, this is you about stepping up and embracing that and having fun. Like, hallelujah. I mean, it's good energy. Enough of this uncertainty. You know, maybe what you got to release is the emotional pull it has towards you. All right, so as far as relationships, this is pretty good. I mean, things balance out. Justice is served. You're manifesting something here, taking the lead in your life, definitely. Another 3, something that you've been waiting for, working towards. And look at that, the Ace of Swords to the Ace of Wands. Hubba. I love that. Love that. Again, changing things up, changing the way that you look at things, taking the lead, feeling good about yourself, Leo. This is important, okay? Strong stuff, especially when it comes to relationships. What are you creating? Let go of the ones that make you feel like shit, you know? Absolutely. Okay? Yeah, instead, this weekend, focus on the possibilities. Be free-spirited. Go on an adventure and take a risk or two. It'll serve you well. And then we have loyalty. Yeah. Trusting, reliability, and believing. That's what you do instead of uncertainty. You follow me on that? I can dig that. Definitely, I can dig that. All right. So, and you've got possibilities coming here. 2 aces. Are you kidding me? Okay. Nightlife. Maybe some of you need to go out. Striptease, gamble, Vegas, anything like that. It's the nightlife, you know. Go out and enjoy yourself. Again, maybe take an offer if it's given to you. You never know what comes up. All right, let's go ahead and get a closing message for you as we close out this freaking weekend. So Leo, I hope that resonates. Listen to the messages here. There's possibilities, and they're coming your way. Yeah, look at that. Take a shot. Wow. Don't take 12, take 1. Okay, maybe 2, and then move on. And that's what you do. You don't sweat it. You move on. New beginnings coming your way, Leo. Opening up to them and not sweating the small stuff this weekend. All right? So, Leo, that is going to do it for your freaking weekend. And this concludes our freaking weekend. Let's take Leo off the board. Thank you all. Have a great weekend. Thank you so much for watching, everybody. Don't forget, I offer personal readings in person or online. Go ahead and check out the link in the description below. And don't forget, everybody, that you can hype the video now. And that kind of helps the algorithm. If enough people go ahead and hype a video, it puts it into a higher category. So go ahead, hit that hype button. It doesn't cost a thing. All right. So go ahead and do that for the channel. And for me, of course, I would love you so much because I already do. Everybody have a great and safe weekend. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you soon.